some cases come in and they have those conditions, and it's all, how would you say, like I've always said, premature deaths. Really premature deaths. Could have been avoided, I think. Very hard. Like we keep saying about food, very hard. You know how you got an addiction with alcohol, smoke, strokes. I've actually found my addiction and that was food. Because I'm finding it hard to break that cycle. But I can now say that with being on this Optifast diet, it's been great. It has been great with my wife on it. If you've been watching all these videos, you've seen that we had our ups and downs, but that's just life. We've also spent time with our family at the same time as doing this diet. That's just life. We've been going to work every day. That's just life. It's got to be part of your life. What I'm looking most forward to is the new experiences after we hit certain goals. I know it was a kind of a New Year's resolution of losing weight and saving money. Losing weight, fantastic at this stage. It hasn't been easy, but neither has living with all this weight all my life. Hasn't been easy. Really hasn't been easy. I'm thinking that when I hit the 90 kgs, because I'm just going to pop out my thoughts there, when I hit the 90 kgs, then I'll start working on exercising like the muscles and toning up rather than building up. Because back in the day it was always about looking bigger. Always bigger. Bigger muscles, bigger this. Yeah, I think I ended up with more of a bigger head than anything else. Now it's time to make a change. My age, I'm of a certain age, and I think at this moment to try this diet has a great factor at this stage, because I don't know, if something was to go wrong, I'm at a certain age where my body can still heal itself. If I could have tried it younger, but I don't think my mindset was set then. I wasn't ready, because I've tried many different diets or exercises. They worked for a period, but then, boom, here I am back again. Now it's about changing their mindset and changing their lifestyle and creating new experiences from this point on. Quite philosophical, big. So that's where I'm at with that at the moment.
Either way, it's been good. If you're going to be satisfied with your body, I mean, like, you know, the food you consume right now, even though you're having the Rewina bread and the big hot, the boil-ups and the Chinese and all the things that we like, if you're going to be satisfied, that's just short-term satisfaction really, isn't it? You know, you just enjoy the meal and then you have another one and another one, and it continues, and before you know it, you're big.
And that's, what do they call it? That's enjoying life to the fullest, some people will say. Fantastic. If that's you enjoying life to your fullest, awesome. For us, I don't know, for me, I should say, speak for myself, enjoying life to the fullest is actually having time with family, enjoying new experiences, enjoying new tastes. Always been growing up. I'm going to give you a bit of history now. When I was growing up, we had a roof over our heads, we had food on the table, we had parents that always cared for us. Day in, day out, we always had all of those. We weren't rich, we're not middle class, but we had all those elements to keep us going. I remember going to school with tomato sauce sandwiches, just tomato sauce and bread, and you know, we kind of got clever and we'll go to the shop and get some fish and chips, and then we put our tomato sauce sandwiches with that. I don't think our parents knew that though. Most of the time we'll go with potato sandwiches, because that's pretty much our diet through life was potatoes, meat and potatoes, like pork bones, all those foods, pork bones or boil ups, on the odd occasion roasts, and we'll have big meals at night. We'll have a breakfast which mainly pertained with wheat bix or porridge, and then our lunches were our sandwiches, and then we have a big meal at the end of the day. So kind of conditioned to have 3 meals a day, and only 3 meals that we could afford at the time. So over time, when we left home, kind of got the taste of takeaways, and yeah, that just exploded the taste buds with takeaways. Not going to restaurants because still at the time couldn't afford it, but going to things like, well, we've always had KFC probably once a month or something like that. It was really rare that we had takeaways, but we would have takeaways, and our parents would always try and give us everything that they could. But when we left home, well, when I left home, takeaways almost became a stable diet. You know, fish and chips was the norms, KFC was the norms, but then we had McDonald's, the new things coming, Wendy's, and all these fast food chains came in while working. They were quick and easy. So those are the kind of tastes I kind of was brought up with all of that. Hence the reason why you had this luscious body at the start. But looking at how you can create meals now and with the different flavours, I'm actually looking forward to that, having those new tastes again, but in a kind of a healthier version of food, rather than just having what we've always had, but use those as a treat over a period of time rather than every day. That's what you're saying? Yeah. So looking at that, I'm looking forward to, you know, I was watching this thing about these dry fryers, or air fryers. I'm going to look at getting me one of those. And the amount of food that they could make in it, or the healthy food that they could make. Even the George Foreman to cook my steak, maybe looking at doing that too. The George Foreman sandwich maker to make your steaks and how it gets rid of the fat and stuff. But not only that, the different things that you can season it with, the different things that you can marinate things with, the broths. I'm looking forward to making some broths from the foods that we used to eat, or from foods of old. Doing hangis in a different way, but using hangis as a way to cook big meals for the rest of the week, to last a week, not just to eat on the day, to spread it over a week period, as a delicacy. I don't know, just all these different thoughts are coming in. We've got what we call the ngāhere, or the bush at the back here. Took it for granted that the old man or dad used to go out and forage for foods in the bush. And took it for granted that he did that. And now seeing it kind of having a resurgence through different programs, you know, that knowledge is still there, and I've got to kind of kick into it and get into doing that, going out foraging for foods that I've got in my backyard, literally in my backyard, and using those because they were healthy. That's what we used to eat, and that's how they used to sustain life. looking at that with new ways. My wife has taught me about Epsom salts and Himalayan salts. To me, it was like blah blah blah, but seeing how they can season food or marinate food or create different dishes, man, I've got to open my mind a little bit more about that. Sorry, that was me, honestly.
My point I was trying to make was, whatever you choose, just enjoy the meals that you have. Look for ways to make it more appealing to eat, and if you want that change in your body, make the right choices, because that's going to be your satisfaction, not the fact that you're not so much that you're maybe overweight and you eat all of this just out of whack, the Chinese and all the takeouts like us. That's what we used to do. That's not going to be our satisfaction anymore. That's going to be like a reward kind of a thing. But most of our meal and our diet is going to be something we find appealing, and the food something that is nutritious.
For both of us, because I still reckon she's got a kawa taste, I've got the sweet tooth.
Well, yeah, we have different tastes, and then other things we have the same taste, and that's okay. Yeah. So for me, Hemi's already looking there to look at different ways we can use seasonings and do our meals and try different things. But after I finish on the products, I'm actually looking at just simple portions of one thing. Let's start with that. Simple portions, because I've already disciplined myself on the diet to do that with these products, so I can still carry on with normal food, but just the right type of food for me and my flavour. And so, it will eventually get to the point where I'm trying different seasons. I'm looking forward to the broths, different meals, different menus of what we've seen online. And I'm always going to be aware, I'm always going to be conscious of the calories, because that's what these products are doing for me. It's making me more aware of what I'm putting in, more aware of the decisions on what's good for me, what's not so good for me, how, and it's also reflecting on how that meal made you feel, or what you can add to it to make it more appealing, or I'm always going to be looking at the calorie count, because I want to sustain my weight and keep it at that weight, not be a yo-yo on the diet, do really well and then sort of get out of whack later on, and then try and get back on the diet again to get back to the weight that I want to be. So it's it has to balance out for me, and I have to be mindful of a lot of things for it to work, and for me to feel satisfied with the food I'm taking and the decisions I'm making, and my weight and my energy levels at my age. So yeah.
Just another point on that calorie. We've also noticed the dangers of calorie counting. That you can overdo it, and if you make that your lifestyle of calorie counting throughout your lifestyle, just by watching that program Super Size and Super Skinny, how some people are just so targeted on their calorie counting that it's actually affecting them so much that that they're eating way less than their body needs to sustain. But that's doing calorie counting every single day of their life. And it was interesting to see how hard it was for them to change that mindset to actually eat a little bit more calories, even if it was even like an extra meal. That was so hard for a few of them, and others gave it a go and they looked way better just by adding an extra meal.
Yeah.
But for us to calorie count, we're going to try and do that within the first 2 months when we start. Just to get into the habit, seeing the different portions, testing certain elements out, and then we're just basically gonna let that go. And here's a term that people won't like: wing it.
I'm not winging anything.
Well, I mean, we wing it by not doing calorie counting for all our life, but enjoying food, enjoying life, and enjoying the portions that we got, and understanding the importance of doing these couple of stages at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. Another point to make too is some of those people were anorexic, and they were one of their habits was exercising. So that didn't make it any better. So it's another reason why they were the way they were, because it all became habit and routine for them.
Well, isn't it interesting? You had those bigger people that didn't exercise. They got big. Then you had those that had the super skinny who over-exercised.
Yeah.
It was, wow, mind-blowing.
Yeah. Everything was habit and routine. So until somebody told them there's a different way, this is what you're doing to your body, this is actually what you're taking in, so they could see it for themselves, and that it didn't look too good for them either to see what they were consuming. So from that they could see that changes needed to be made. And it was interesting also that they went shopping, and they'd get really anxious. One lady got really anxious because they didn't have the brand of the bread that she usually chose for herself, so she got really anxious about that and didn't know what other bread to get. So you can sometimes take it over the top by doing that. So yeah, just like the calorie counting, you can, because she was a calorie counter person.
Sounds like a compulsive disorder.
Yeah, so we're not going to be like that, because we haven't.
Try not to be like that. Like I said, I can't see my puku the way my wife does. So I'll be reflecting on that. Like I said, I'm a reflective practitioner. So if I can't see my puku being lost like my wife can, I was just thinking, geez, I could actually be one of those anorexics where I can't see it, so I've got to keep going. So I've got to be very careful about that. So
it's very much a psychological thing.
I suppose it's good having numbers for me to show me that, okay? So when I hit that 90 kgs, or when I hit that 90 kgs, I can say, right, stop. Okay? Not look at my pictures, not look at me in the mirror and think, actually, I still got that puku. No, I need to carry on. I need to keep an eye on my numbers. And to say, okay, I've come to this point, stop. Start maintaining. So I've got to be careful of that, of not overshooting that mark. 90 kgs is an average for my height. If I go any lower than that, I know I'm going to be probably about 90, maybe 100 kgs. That's okay with me. But I've got to be very careful that, because I'm not looking at my stomach and thinking, I've still got a belly, I still need to carry on. Yeah, got to be very careful there.
Yeah, just something clicked when he was talking there. I've got in my mindset, because I've already gone shopping, I already see myself as getting to the ideal weight that I want to be. But I went shopping and I got size 14 clothes, because that's what I've always been used to wearing, is size 14 clothes. But I could possibly go smaller than that, and I'm thinking, well, those clothes are going to be baggier. If I do go smaller than that, then yeah, I'm just thinking I haven't quite gotten my mindset that I could actually be a size 12 and go shopping for that. And it hasn't quite hit. It's like my belief is always, it's only set on size 14 because I've been that way for so many years on my normal, not overweight look. Yeah, I've always been a size 14, in between 12 and 14, but it's really 14, and I've not set my mind to be a size 12 because to me that would be too skinny for me, for my frame, but it is possible that I could go down to a size 12. And yeah, I can't even remember when I was a size 12. It's how long I've been a size 14 in my mind. So there you go. It takes a while to change habits and your mindset, because if you keep looking at the past on what you were, you might struggle to be what you want to be, yeah, in the future. So if that makes sense. But I suppose for me it's allowing that mindset to set in before it happens. And just saying it to yourself, I suppose.
Oh, I actually have more to talk about than I first thought. That was awesome, but that's been our journey, and that's going to be our journey coming shortly. Yep, I'm not saying that we're not going to fall off the horse. Those cravings are still there to have other meals or cheat meals. We're going to try and carry on, and we've got goals to meet. You're going to try and carry on with them and try and stay on the diet. It is hard, whānau, it really is hard. Not pulling any wool over anybody's ears. Yeah, but from me.
And me.
Mā te wā.
Hei kona.